Former President Donald Trump is applauding today's decision by the Supreme Court on presidential immunity. The High Court ruled that former presidents are immune from criminal prosecution for their official conduct while in office, but not for unofficial acts. CBS 2's Nicole Skanga joins us live with more on this decision from outside the U.S. Supreme Court. Nicole?
Marie, that's exactly right. Former President Trump hailing this as a big win, but the federal election interference case still trudges on for the former president as justices today weighing in, ruling that unofficial acts by the former president are not shielded by criminal prosecution.
The Supreme Court issued a landmark decision on presidential immunity in a case that directly affects former President Trump. In a 6-3 ruling, the conservative majority divided presidential conduct into 3 categories. Official acts that are part of the president's core constitutional powers, for which the president has absolute immunity. Other official acts outside the president's exclusive authority have presumptive immunity, and there is no immunity for unofficial acts.
On the majority side, they, I think, very legitimately were concerned about the threat of future presidents possibly being prosecuted.
The ruling affects special counsel Jack Smith's prosecution of Trump for his alleged efforts in the overturning of the 2020 election results. The case now goes back to the lower court.
He's going to take a big scissors to the indictment, and he's going to cut out any counts that relate or could be even close to relating to official acts.
In a scathing dissent, Justice Sonia Sotomayor warned the ruling insulates the commander-in-chief from criminal prosecution, no matter how he uses his official powers, even if it's for an assassination, military coup, or a bribe.
I think the lens she was coming from is no person is above the law.
Chief Justice John Roberts wrote in his majority opinion that no president is above the law, and the court ultimately rejected Trump's argument that he has absolute immunity unless impeached by the House and convicted by the Senate.
With just over 4 months until the presidential election, Monday's ruling makes it highly unlikely Trump will face trial in the election interference case before then.
The immunity ruling comes on the last day of term for the Supreme Court, about 20 weeks after the former president first sought relief from the High Court back in February. Now, the timeline for that election interference case thrown in limbo. But if Trump wins in November, he could order the Department of Justice to throw out the case altogether. At the Supreme Court, Nicole Skanga, I'll send it back to you.
Nicole, thank you so much.